thank you for taking the time out. Obviously, this is the second time that you've been on our show, and we really appreciate you taking the time for us.
No problem. No
And
problem.
it's very early in the morning in Belgium, you know that. So again, that's one of the reasons why we have to thank you for doing this.
No problem. Just have to bring my kids to scouting in about an hour. So
No worries, we'll finish it before that. So firstly, Cindy, I need to ask you this. You fought in Ryzen just last month, and we have heard a lot of great things about Ryzen and how it is different from other MMA promotions around the world. How was your experience like fighting in Ryzen?
yeah, for sure it was different. First of all, Japanese people are so kind and so supportive always. Uh, and like just such a big show. Like there's so much respect involved in between the fighters and between the organization and the fighters. They really appreciate you. I really like that. Yeah, it was an amazing thing. It felt like a blessing, and it's good to not feel like being a number. So yeah, it's fun.
Awesome. And you had to move up a weight class. You fought at 155.
Yeah.
So how was that experience for you?
Oh, it was good. I had no weight cut.
Right.
Although I feel I'm a little bit small for the division because I weighed in at like 151 pounds, like what, 68 kilograms.
Right.
So without any cut. So that's yeah, I'm a little bit small, but yeah, it was fun because I didn't have a weight cut. I had no stress about anything. So I just could go out there and try to perform at my best. It was I fought like a month before on bantam, so I moved up 2 weight classes.
Right.
But yeah, for sure it was good. It was nice to not have to cut weight.
Right, and you had to fight Raina, who is one of the biggest names in Japanese MMA. And just going into the fight, you could feel the electricity. A lot of Japanese fans obviously were behind Raina. So just before going into that ring against someone that is such a big name in Japanese MMA, how was the entire scene for you just before the fight, getting into that ring?
Oh, it was nice. It's nice how they promote their fighters. I really love that. It's good because arena is like a hard to everything and all and everything. Um, but it was fun for sure. Yeah, it was nice how they promote her and the little badge and everything was fun to see.
Right, so just that the promotional way of Japanese MMA is so different from how fighters are promoted in the United States. They also give importance to gimmicks. You could see Raina, sitting there with the teddy bear and all that stuff. So, was that kind of a different scenario for you just before the fight?
It was different, but it was good for me for sure because I like to cosplay and I like to dress up and I like to be different. So I felt home immediately. Yeah, that was like exactly what I wanted to, where I wanted to be. So it's so nice that Japanese fans and the promotion appreciate that kind of thing. So it's fun.
Great, and you had Misha, in your corner during the fight, and it was pretty close. The decision towards the end. So how was the fight for you? I mean, just fighting in Japan amongst that passionate MMA fans. How was the entire ordeal for you once you got inside the ring?
Oh, well, first round went great, but then I was like, because of the jet lag, I flew in very late.
Yeah.
I was so tired, and she was so tough because she's heavier than I am. So
Right.
it was a hard battle for sure. We fought her hard out, both of us. I think my last 2 takedowns got me the fight. But yeah, for sure it was close, and she's a tough girl. Not to be underestimated for sure. Luckily, I had a very well cornered too. Like Misha knows exactly where to send me, and she knows me so well that she can send me anywhere. So that's good. Yeah, but it was a hard battle. I'm not gonna lie. With the jet lag and no weight cut and the weight difference, and she's just like a legit judo girl, strong, passionate. So yeah, it was a good fight. It was a fun fight too for both of us, I think.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, now you had the opportunity to kind of stay at home, rather than traveling in the United States. You went to obviously Japan, you came back, you took some time off. So, how was that for you personally, in your personal life?
Oh, I don't want to have too much time off because if I get time off, I get lazy. That's how I am. That's how I roll. So the more fights I get, the better. So I hope to get back to action soon. I don't want to have too long of a time off, like or 2 weeks and then start training again is best for me. But if I don't have any fight planned, it's hard because I like to eat and sit.
Right. So talking about your next fight, is there any announcement that you want to make, or do you have an indication where you're gonna fight next? Any of that sort?
Yep. We're working on a fight on my brother's fight card called Stare Down FC. That's one of the bigger, like it's still a very small card. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing compared with Cage Warriors or UFC or Ryzen at all. But in Belgium, it's like a kind of well-known card. So it will be March 17th, and we're like working that out. We already find an opponent who was willing. It was hard. But we're like working out details now and see if we can make it work. So that will probably be my next. If I get other offers in between, I'm willing to take anything that's coming up my way. So at least if it's not 135, because I'm not going to 135 anymore. It's not healthy for my body. I don't like to cut anymore that much weight. So I will stay 145, 155, 160. I don't care, but not 135 anymore. So.
Okay. So now we need to ask you this because you are one of the top 145ers in the world at this point. You just had one fight in the UFC. What happened with the organization?
Well, first of all, I'm not a 135er. I took that fight because I was like, well, I want to be active and I'm a professional. If I need to make weight, I can make weight. They gave me a very tough opponent. I had a broken foot going in the fight and I didn't perform as I wanted to. But yeah, the 145 division is kind of stuck for the moment there. And if I have to wait for that, it's going to take a very long time. And I just don't want to go to 135 anymore. So yeah, we were kind of stuck there. So the UFC was like, well, I don't perform at 135. 145 is stuck, so they just let me go.
Okay, so they wanted you to compete at 135, but you just couldn't. So that was the issue.
No. I don't perform well at one. They didn't
Right.
like my performance, and I understand. But you have to understand if you go in with a broken foot, it's already hard, and I just didn't want to cancel the fight because I know so many fighters cancel. And 135 is just not my weight. It's such a hard cut. I walk some now I'm okay, but like sometimes I walk around 165.
Right.
So you have to understand that's not fun to do.
Right.
So it's not
Absolutely.
healthy either. So I'm like, well, we're fine. Sometimes things happen and God decided them to happen, and it's fine. If I ever get back to the UFC, it will be 145, but for sure not 135. I'm not interested.
Absolutely,
As long as they
because
don't go. Hmm?
right. Absolutely, because if the champion herself says, if I have to fight at 145, I probably have to go to Bellator because there's no one in the UFC. Obviously, there's a problem there.
That's a problem. That's a problem. And the thing is, I know Chris asked because she knows. Like I'm first of all, I'm the number 1 lightweight in the world, and still I'm the number 7 featherweight in the world. And Megan is ranked above me, who I already beat. So I have girls ranked above me who I already beat. So Chris already asked like if I was an option, and they were like just like, no. Well, okay. Now we're stuck because there are other 145ers also willing to fight her, and they not getting signed either. The only one they signed is Megan, and I don't know what's going on with her. But she's not active, and she's not fighting, and she's not taking the fight. So then I don't know what their plans are. So at the moment, if they really open the 145 division, I'm open to look at that again. But I'm not going back to 135. Then I prefer to stay at Rising at 155 because Rising has been great to me. I love to fight there. And I felt appreciated. So and Ryzen allows me to fight on other organizations for the moment. So well,
Right. That makes a
at
lot of
least
sense for a fighter.
yeah. I'm 33 years old now. I don't have any time left to just sit and wait. I always have to sit and wait. I don't want to sit and wait anymore.
Right. Absolutely. That's very understandable. Because you've previously thrown out a challenge to Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson has been challenging Cyborg, but she says she isn't ready to fight Cyborg yet. So, what's going on with the division? Do you have any insights as to what the division is going through, what the UFC's plans are for the division, if any? Is there anything that you can tell us about that?
The only thing I know is Chris is signed, Megan signed. Megan is not fighting her. I don't know why, because Chris called her out. She has like her own personal reasons. I'm not gonna talk out loud about that because I don't know. And I hear Chris telling some visa shit, and I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I wish Megan the best, and I hope she gets back to action soon because the more real 145 fights they're going to happen in UFC, the more likely the division will open, and then I don't think they can go around me, or they can keep going around me. So, but for the moment, I don't like how she's not fighting Chris, because at least I want to see Chris fight 145ers. Although I hear Yana Kunitskaya is moving up a weight again,
Right.
so that's a good thing. She's a great fighter, and she fought 145 before, so maybe that opens doors. We'll see. I don't try to hope on it, but I don't think the UFC has real plans for the 145 for the moment. I think to fight higher weight classes, we have to be in Rising or Bellator.
Right. Now, saying that, since you mentioned Yana, you also have Megan Anderson that's signed to the UFC. Is your team currently in touch with anyone within the UFC, either Sean Shelby or Mick Maynard, who anyone is looking at you saying, okay, he was about 6 months and then we'll come back to you? Any of that discussion going on between you two?
No, and I don't do the talking. Misha does the talking. So I don't think so. I don't think they reached out to me at all. So I don't think they have really plans with the 145, because when it's about 135, they can say whatever they want. They're totally right. I don't perform at my best at 135, but at 145 they cannot say it. Like, I beat bad girls. Um, my game works at 145, and it seems to work at 155 too. So they don't have anything on me there. Um, I remember Anthony Rumble Johnson getting cut in the UFC in a weight class, moving up a weight class,
Right.
getting back in there and do great. So I expect if I can fight at 145, will be the same. I never disappointed anyone at 145. So yeah, but I don't think they aren't talking to any one of us. So I don't know. Chris reached out to me, and she said, like, I really want to have that fight herself, but they are not taking her offers. They want her to fight Amanda Nunes. So,
Right. Right, the super fight. So now you already mentioned that you have a fight coming up in March. Now we also heard Ryzen saying they have another card mid-year, not towards the end of the year. Is that something that you're looking at? And did you have that discussion where they approached you and they said, "This card probably we want you back to fight on it"? Have that
I don't
discussion
have
happened?
I don't have any news yet, although promoters from Ryzen told me and Misha they want to have me back. I don't know for when it will be, but I know they also want to build Rena up again. What makes totally sense is their fighter, it's their star. So it makes sense that they want to build them up again. It will not be smart for Rena to fight me immediately again, because I'm a hard matchup. And now also, like, I know I will fly out earlier. I will not be jet lagged. So I will have time to get used to the 155-pound division, because last time I was way too low. So it's not smart for her to fight me immediately again. I see that. Makes sense. But I expect her maybe to get 2 or 3 more fights, and maybe at the end of the year we can see each other again. I hope so. But I also hope to fight before that again in Rising or in other bigger promotions, and at least be as active as possible. The reason I fight on my brother's card is because I cannot I cannot afford myself anymore sitting around and wait.
Right.
So I prefer to, like, we reached out to a lot of girls, like so many, but most of the girls are not interested to fight me because I'm a hard matchup. Then we found this little warrior, found this little warrior who was like, well, I want this fight. So we're good with that. We're just working on the details. So I'm happy I just can fight.
All right. So we look forward to your next fight as well. Is there anything that you wanna let your Indian fans know, the MMA fans in India? Just any projects that you're working on, anything at the moment that you're working on, any of those updates?
Yeah. Um, I'm still working on my striking, of course, every day. It's always be hard, but I'm open to work on that. I'm happy that Indian fans are following me, supporting me, and maybe I hope one day I can maybe fight for an Indian promotion. I don't know how many there are, how big they are, but if they ever want me, just give me a call, and I'm totally in. So
So we
yeah, that would be
have,
nice.
yeah, we have something happening next month. So probably I know someone can reach out to them and say, okay, Cindy can come in and fight. Maybe not next month, but I'm pretty sure that that'll happen somewhere again this year. So yeah, I
That
mean,
I would be totally open for that. Just send me the contract and we're in.
all right,
So yeah, for
outstanding.
sure. That would be awesome, and yeah, I would love to see all the Indian fans and perform for them. It would be fun. I would dress up very nice.
Outstanding. I mean, we look forward to having you here. Hopefully that happened this year. So once again, Cindy, thank you so much for taking the time. Obviously, we're following you. We'll keep following you, and we'll talk to you once again pretty soon. And all the very best for your upcoming fight.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Have a good day.
Bye bye.